behind closed doors. I'm a fool for your love.
My name's Anthony and welcome to the Anthony James Show here on Sports Fan Entertainment. I guess the power ranking didn't come out last week. However, I did make a power ranking last week. I made a video and all that. I guess it just wasn't uploaded. But I am here with week 2. Check the description if you want to see where your team is at. I do have how far they moved up and down from my first power ranking, even though, like I said, the video didn't come out. Let's get into it, though. Let's start talking. We'll start out with our number 1 team. As a Vikings fan, I'm saying it's the Green Bay Packers. It's hard. The one bad thing about week 1 is you're talking about one game for, in this case, 30 teams. So it's hard to really say how good or bad a team is, but I look at the teams that won. I think the Packers deserve to be number 1 because consistently they're good, and they beat another team that's consistently good in the Seahawks. Number 2, the Oakland Raiders. I was close to putting the Kansas City Chiefs above them, and I kind of wish I did, but the Oakland Raiders did win. They won against a Titans team that had a winning record last year. They won in Tennessee. I think that's worth noting. They move up a spot too. Then we have the Kansas City Chiefs. They move up 4 spots. We know what happened there. They made that big upset against the Patriots. I had a feeling they could win it. Of course, I didn't predict it like most of us. And naturally, look what happens. The Chiefs end up beating the Patriots. They deserve to move up. I was talking about the Chiefs at the start of the season. I'm high on them. I'm not sure why anybody else isn't as high on them as me. I think they're the best team in the AFC West, even though I don't have in the power rankings. That's my personal opinion. But in terms of power rankings, I do have the Raiders above them. Number 4, the Pittsburgh Steelers. I kept them there. They played a close game against the Browns. That's not a good thing for this Pittsburgh Steelers game. This team, although it was a road game, whatever, I'm just keeping them at number 4. I almost dropped them down a slot because I have the Patriots at number 5. They moved down 4. It's not really that I'm not high on the Patriots. Of course I am. But look at the teams in front of them. They actually won their games, so I have to move the Patriots down a little bit. They're all competitive teams. I won't be surprised if I have the Patriots back in the top 2 next week. Let's be honest. The Cowboys moved them up 2 spots. They won against a good Giants team in my book. I have to give them credit for that. They move up 2 spots. Atlanta Falcons, I know they won, but I move them down 2 slots. Why? For one, they almost lost to a Bears team that picked number 3 overall, traded up for number 2. So they lost to not that good of a Bears team. And 2, look at the teams in front of them. Where can you really put them ahead of them? I don't know, and I'm not going to try. Number 8, the Giants. I move them down 2 slots. Could have moved them down more, but I am high on the Giants, and I think this is just a one-game thing. I don't think this is how the Giants will be this season, especially since Odell Beckham Jr. was out. Let's keep that in mind, too. Now, after the Giants, we have at number 9 the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Kept them there. They didn't play this week, so I'm not going to adjust the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Number 10, we have the Denver Broncos. A lot of people were picking the Chargers. I don't know why. I had the Broncos. I think they're a good team. I will admit 10 is probably a little bit too high for them, but I look at the teams after them. They lost their games, the Broncos didn't, and they beat a Chargers team that I have seen people put in the playoffs this year. So I think they deserve to move up to number 10. Philadelphia Eagles, I move them up 5 slots to number 11. They had a good win against a Washington team that almost went to the playoffs last year. Should be a sign of things to come for the Eagles. I think they could be a decent team this year, but they are in a tough division. I'm not expecting them to win all their divisional matchups. Let's be honest. I won't be surprised if they lose to Washington next time. Now I moved the Titans down 2 spots. You lost to a good team, I know, but you still lost. I have to move you down. The Seahawks, again, lost to a good team, but I have to move you down. I also moved them 2 spots down to number 13. Carolina Panthers, move them up just 1 spot to number 14. You beat the 49ers, a team that wasn't that good last year, but a win's a win, so you do get to move up. Number 15, I move my Minnesota Vikings up 5 spots. I kind of wanted to move them up more. They had a really good win. Overall, both sides of the ball played really well, and I think they deserve to be higher than 15. But I don't like moving teams more than 5 spots. I know you're going to say, but Anthony, you got teams moving more than 5 spots. I know that's just a preference, and to be honest, yes, the Vikings played well. They couldn't have done much else to really convince me that I need to move them up more. But for now, this is a good spot for them. They play the Steelers next week. If they lose, I'm not going to really move them down that much, like 1 or 2 spots, unless they get killed, and maybe we'll be talking differently. But I think the Vikings could be higher. Unfortunately, this is where they fall. To finish off the top half, we have the Detroit Lions moving up 2 spots. They came back. They beat a Cardinals team. A lot of people are high on them. I'm not, but whatever. A lot of people are. A win's a win, so Detroit moves up 17. Dolphins stay there. They didn't play, so I'm not going to move them at all. Number 18, the Redskins, they moved down 4 spots. A little bit more than I wanted to move the Redskins. They were close. It was a bad game for the Redskins. I'm not expecting this to be how the Redskins play all season. I think they can be a good team. Probably not a playoff team, but a good team. So this is just one blunder. There's plenty of season left for the Redskins. Number 19, the Texans. They have the biggest drop. I moved them down 7 spots. A pathetic performance against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Doesn't matter if it's Deshaun Watson or Tom Savage. They couldn't put points up on the board. Wow, this has me nervous for the Houston Texans. This could be bad. Jaguars you lose to? Oh my goodness. Number 20, the Baltimore Ravens move up 4 spots. Another candidate for a team that could have gone up more. They just destroyed the Cincinnati Bengals. However, I'm not high on them this year. I don't think they're a playoff team despite this win. Sorry, you also started, I think you were 3-0 to start out last season, and look how that ended. Just saying, Baltimore Raven fans, don't get your hopes up there. Now we have some Los Angeles teams. Number 21, we have the LA Rams. They move up 5 spots, a little bit more than I wanted to, but let's be honest, when you beat a team by as much as you did against the Colts, you just destroyed the Colts. You made them look like a JV team. You deserve to move up a good amount, and you did this week. It should be interesting to see how the Rams can do this season under Jared Goff, under Sean McVay. Like, this is an up-and-coming team potentially. Especially when you look at the rest of the division. I don't think Seattle is that good. People I've seen having them go far in the playoffs, even Super Bowl. I can't believe that. But I think the Cardinals are rebuilding. If you don't believe it, I hope you do now. Oh, man, I can't believe people were high on the Cardinals this season. You need to fall down on that. They are not that good. 49ers, let's talk about getting a quarterback first. But I think the Rams could be in a position in a year or two when you have the teams at the bottom rebuilding and you have the Seahawks just being an okay team. I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams can steal the division or at least be a wild card team. Depends on how they do. This is the year 1 in this new regime. Let's see how they build. But a strong start to Sean McVay's head coach career. Next, the other LA team, the Chargers, move them down 3 spots to 22. It is, I will say, it's a little bit lower than I'd like them to be, but a loss is a loss, and I had you at 19, so I wasn't going to keep you there. Sorry, LA Charger fans, but that's just the truth. Jaguars move them up to 23, 5 spots. Again, a little higher than I would have liked them to go up, but you look at the teams below them, they all lost. Why would I have the Jaguars behind these teams? Now, I know there's some teams that lost and I have ahead of them, but look at the quality teams behind them. Jaguars, interesting way to open the season. Defense looks good. Hopefully Blake Bortles does well. Bills, I moved them up 3 spots to 24. You beat the Jets, but it's the Jets, so it's a win, but it's the Jets. At 25, the Arizona Cardinals bumped them down 3 spots. I kind of already talked about the Cardinals. Not excited about them. They're not going to be that good this year. Why are people high on them? Cincinnati Bengals at 26 moved them down 3 spots as well. Man, I'd be worried if I'm a Bengals fan. I thought they would be like the 2nd team in this division, but the way it's week 1's looking, it might be Baltimore. They might even be the worst team in the division this year. That's how bad the Bengals look. Ooh, that's not good. Talking about looking bad, the Indianapolis Colts move them down to 6 spots. 27. Wow, with Andrew Luck, this really is a JV team. This is horrible. I wonder how much longer Chuck Pagano will be the head coach for this team. At number 28, I moved the Saints down 3 spots. 28 is low for this team, but the way they played, I know the Vikings have a good defense, but the offense can produce points to the 4th quarter. And overtime, it took to get, not overtime, but at the end in garbage time, that's what I meant. It took garbage time to get a touchdown by Drew Brees. Oh my goodness, I'm worried about that Saints offense and defense. While the defense is a little bit better, the offense is a little worse this year. Maybe Willie Snead being out is what caused that problem, but I think they're regretting trading Brandon Cooks away. You got to at least be thinking that, right? Right? Ugh. Saints, I wasn't high on them to begin the season. I think I had 5 wins for them. The way they played week 1, that looks like the path they're going down. And oh boy, their running backs. oh boy. Number 29, the Cleveland Browns. I actually moved them up a spot and moved the 49ers down a spot. I switched spots with them, even though the Browns and 49ers lost. I thought the Browns performed well against a good Steelers team, while the 49ers didn't perform as well against the Panthers team. I don't think it's as good as the Steelers. That's why I went that way. 31, the Bears stay there. 32, the Jets stay there. That's what happens when you lose. But those are my power rankings. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. Week 1 didn't come out in time, so Week 2's here. You can tell me what you think. Tell me how much you like them, how much you dislike them. I'd love to hear your opinions. If you're new, you can follow me on Twitter at FEAnthony, link in the description, and subscribe to my channel, the Fairview Entertainment Network. I do my prediction videos. I'll probably be out Thursday. I don't know. Could be out by the time this video's out. I don't know. But check those out. I have a lot of NFL videos on my channel, so if you enjoy that, be sure to subscribe to my channel, and also subscribe to Sports Fan Entertainment. I'm here every week, but there's plenty besides me. There's MJ, there's a lot of great people on this channel, so subscribe for them too. That's it for now. Hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, this is Anthony, and I'm out. See you all later.
Behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.